Hey, Garage fam, what's up? It me, Garage Guy Chase, the Chef Boy. We're back. We're back home. It sucks. We're not in Tona anymore. Shout out to Tona. My heart goes out to Tona.
Shout out.
Do you miss Tona?
Get in there.
You get in there.
I do miss Tona. I miss dartboard bets with Tona.
Get in there.
Yeah.
He did it. All right. This is the one episode where Chef Boy says, yeah. So that'll be the only time you ever hear this. So if you want to hear that more often, come back to this one. All right.
Do you miss dartboard bets?
I literally contemplated on going to buy dartboard when I got home, just so every week we could have dartboard bets.
It's incredible.
Many
things that was incredible.
I want to incorporate that into our weekly content schedule as far as betting on drivers. I think that needs to be done.
I was thinking about this the other day. I agree. It would be incredible to do every week, but also it should be the thing that we do when we're at a race. That should be like a special thing we do when all three of us are together.
Absolutely. Okay, so we know we have Dega. We know we have Nashville. We know we have Bristol night race. So that's three races we have that are going to have dartboard bets coming up this season. So rock and roll. I'm probably still going to get one, especially super speedways, though. I think every super speedway should definitely have dartboard bets because it's random. You don't know half the time. Yeah. There is a technique to super speedways, though, despite popular belief. And trust me, you know, especially Michael McDowell knows all about it. Mike Mack knows all about it, dude. Trust me.
It was so ironic that Mike Mack, probably the most talked about DFS preview video guy for us.
Yeah, he pulls it out, and none of us bet on him. How, man? I can lay it down on the guy I've hated forever, Chris Bell. Just lay the money down on him, but I can't lay any on Mike Mack.
Right.
Isn't that sad? Like, I almost wanted to slap.
I had him in a few lineups, but I didn't have anything, betting for him. So.
Yeah, well, it was definitely challenging circumstances. Shout out to you. How's your ass, by the way? Is it feeling better?
Have we told the story yet? I mean, literally my ankle, my arm, and everywhere my body's like hurting from falling down about 4 stairs, at least 5 stairs.
So we're leaving out of Daytona and we're coming down. We're super pissed off. He's checking DraftKings lineups. Dale's doing the same thing. Dale's up there taking some fucking pictures by the fireworks. You know, he's doing his dumb shit, and we're like trying to get out. Like we're pissed, we're ready, and all of a sudden I just hear and I turn around and I just see Chef Boy just ass sledding down the steps. And I'm like, oh shit, do I laugh right now? Like, and I had to wait to see your face. Dude. And I was laughing on the inside, but I knew that shit hurt. So I was trying my best.
Killer. Yeah. Could be worse though. Like I could have like hit my head or something. It didn't happen, but man, it was. Yeah,
you could have bled. You could have.
I did this thing where I like put my arms up against the rail and I just sat there for like a solid minute. And I was like, "You guys just go ahead without me. Let me just rest." So
yeah, I know it's a good thing we did have some drip drop though for the challenging circumstances. You had to rehydrate that ass bone, so good stuff there. Shout out to Drip Drop though. Drip Drop ORS. It was invented to treat dehydration in the most challenging circumstances used by athletes, firefighters, military members, the garage guys, the garage fam. And right now, if you go to dripdrop.com, use promo code GarageGuys20 at checkout, you can save 20% on your order. So go make that happen. Rip it and drip it. Stick to your mission. Don't let that ass bone get hurt. Hydrate that ass bone. All right. That's the new one, right? That'll be a new one. That's the one we
love that.
Yeah, hydrate that ass bone.
Hey, I might have fallen down, but I'll say this. I'm very much well on my way of being NASCAR's most non-NASCAR fan award. With the Kapowski, with the Austin Powers, that's my thing. I'm going to be NASCAR's biggest fan that's a non-NASCAR guy.
Yeah, dude, and it's working, man. Like literally. Yeah. Shout out to Hooters, by the way. I don't know if anybody from Hooters Racing is watching this. Hooters Racing, they showed us some mad love when we were on our way home. Shout out to Hooters Racing. I don't know who runs that account, but whoever you are, hit us up. Let's talk because your wings were good. I've been a B-dubs guy for a long time, and I had the naked wings. How have I went 28 years without having Hooters naked wings? I will never know. But all I thought they had was breaded, and I was like, these are gross. I don't want this. But the naked ones, top shelf, bro. And they taste healthy.
We put some hours in. We put some hours in at the local Hooters.
Yeah, Daytona Hooters is definitely.
What'd you say, big Hoots boys? Big Hoots guys now?
Yeah, we're big Hoots guys.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to DraftKings, dude. I mean, thanks to my rep over at DraftKings. They hooked us up with 4 tickets. So incredible.
Yeah, we held on to that one. We sat on that one for a while, but yeah, dude, DraftKings is the shit. We love DraftKings. Thank you guys so much for providing us with that experience because while I've been to a Daytona 500 before, it got rained out. I didn't get to finish the race. So technically, this was my first Daytona 500, and we all three got to experience that together as one, and it wouldn't have happened without the great people at DraftKings. So thank you guys so much for that experience. But unfortunately, we are back here. It is freezing cold where we are. I know you're in the SIP. I'm in Louisiana, and I'm literally so ready to get back to Mississippi this weekend. I'm ready to get balling. I'm ready to get on it. I'm ready to get bags, get to the house in the SIP, set some lineups, get some stuff happening. I'm big pumped. I'm big excited for the Daytona road course. The O'Reilly Auto Parts 253 is what we are preparing for. So this is our first traditional NASCAR DFS preview show of the year.
I'm excited. I know I was up 10K, Chase, with about 5 laps left in the last race, so I'm eager to get back to it. Usually when I nearly bag a big tournament, Chase, I come back the next week and get it, so I'm looking forward to the road course for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've got a little bit of preview. We got a little preview a couple weeks ago for the Daytona road course with the Busch Clash. So we got to see a little bit of how that would play out. So we're definitely taking some notes from that, taking some notes from last year's race. And I think it might be a little more important for us to take, really take some things from the Clash and a little bit maybe from last year to kind of implement to this race, because there were definitely some jitters, definitely some kinks they had to work out last year, it being the first time they ran that course. So we might see a little bit more action than normal, might be a little bit more confidence out there on the road. Might not take it as easy. So it's going to be really fun to see how things shake up. But we have 4 guys for you today that we are going to be playing on DraftKings, and we're going to tell you why you should as well. So without further ado, let's kick off our driver picks for the O'Reilly Auto Parts 253 at the Daytona road course. First up, he has a beard. He has sort of shaggy hair. He's really good at road courses. Can you guess who it is?
He burned us at the Clash.
He did. So it couldn't be Chase Elliott. It's Martin Truex Jr. That is right. MTJ is on the board. Most of you are probably like, where in the fuck is Chase Elliott? Well, he's not here. So Martin Truex Jr. is here. And the thing we love about MTJ is this. For one, I felt like nobody really needed to hear about Chase Elliott because we all know how good he is at road course races. This is not saying we're not playing Chase. This is just saying that we might prefer a little bit of MTJ over that because of ownership. I would say mainly. I mean, I feel like the ownership levels are probably going to be pretty equal, though.
Both will be high. I think it's safe to say both will be high. Just like we said on the Clash, Chase. I mean, I think one of our subs, shout out to Adam Teal, he asked before the race who would be higher owned, he said. And I basically said both will be extremely high. The same thing can be said this week. And honestly, for Blaney as well. Same can be said about him as well.
Yeah, so you guys better be on the lookout for Chef Boy's rankings and projections coming out this weekend. If you haven't subscribed to Garage Guys Premium NASCAR DFS and betting content, get over to GarageGuysFantasySports.com. Make that happen. Hit us up. Get in our Discord. Talk with us. We're here for you on race day. We're here for you to help set lineups. We're doing things way different than we did last year. So do that. Again, GarageGuysFantasySports.com. But yeah, MTJ, he's going to be 11K on DraftKings, 13.5 on FanDuel, and he's starting in 19th. Isn't that something? 19 starting 19. So you know how the Chase math works, okay? That's 19 and 19 together. And while my calculator brain wants me to say that it's one number, it doesn't matter. It's 2 numbers that are the same. That equals same stuff, same victories, okay? Don't know how I got there, but I got there. So I really think Martin could win this race. I feel like, you know, at the Clash, he looked really fast. He looked really good. And, you know, I'm gonna take the shot and say that he was going to allow that race to be the jitter race. He's going to get the jitters out, get the feels out, because he's got a new paint scheme. He's not used to running this yellow and black DeWalt. He's like literally running Chris Bell's car with the 19. He's not used to this. So he had to kind of get a feel for it. So now he's got a feel for the new paint scheme. You know, the yellow might reflect weird on the eyes. We don't know. So now he's going to be able to get out here. We know he's a great road course racer. And I just feel like, while I do feel like Chase Elliott, like, definitely always has a high chance to win at a road course, I feel like this could be one of those races where that gets taken away from him. And I think that Martin could be the one to do it.
Yeah, I mean, what I saw at the Clash, Chase, was probably unlike anything I've ever seen. Truex made it through the entire field twice in 30 laps. Has that ever been done in a road course? He got all the way to first twice. And while he did burn me, and I was up, a ton of money before he wrecked out, it's still an impressive feat to get through the field in 30 laps. It's just crazy, twice. So how could you not be interested? We know he's going to be running that same car. I don't know what concerns you have other than him having pit issues and him having Martin Truex issues, which eventually, if your numbers
are Martin Truex issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, seriously, like, they should normalize, right? Eventually you would think that they would normalize to the average, which is sometimes you have issues throughout the year, but Truex seems to just be absurdly high in those issues. Like the quantity seems high, so maybe it'll come back down.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that. Look, we're all in on MTJ this week, so definitely put some of him in your lineups. I don't think that we're going to see some of the same problems. And just like he said, so get the jitters out, get the MTJ in. MTJ.
Nice place differential as well. I guess that built-in place differential, which is
right. Big time.
Solid points there. Yeah.
19 plus 19 equals bags.
Equal Chase math.
Chase math. Success. Next guy that we like, starting all the way back in 36, he was on the pole last week at the Daytona 500. It's Alex Bowman. He is literally 9K on FanDuel and DraftKings. Here's another one of those. The two the same numbers, same guy. This is good stuff. Chase math continues. It's rolling on. But Chase math aside,
insane, bro.
I mean, same numbers, same guy. Who knows? I'm going to put that aside, though, and I'm going to take a look back at some averages that we have from the Daytona road course. And also you can kind of look into Sonoma and the Roval. We've seen Alex Bowman actually do pretty decent, like up until the end, like some little things can happen here or there. But he did start 27th last year at the road course in Daytona. He finished 12th. Hella place differential. So we know that he knows his way around here. He's whipping. I'm wondering how long it's going to be before we see him in a Rolex 24. So, which shout out to that race, by the way. I watched my first Rolex 24 this past year. I made it all the way to like 3 a.m. before I had to crash. So it was fun times. But the last race at Sonoma that we do have on record, I want to say that he started 12th, finished 14th. And the year before that in 2018, it was started 17th, finished 9th. He does have a little bit of swag at these road course races. And honestly, this just boils down to place differential and price. So Alex Bowman, get him in your lineup. That's where I stand on AB.
Yeah, I love Alex Bowman. This week is all about place differential. There's so many plays, Chase. We could have picked 12 guys, honestly. So seriously, as the listener here, as the player, the DFS player, you're gonna have to decide, like, how much do I be different versus how much do I mix in some of these guys that aren't way back in the field? And we think that obviously for this video to give you out some nice plays that are starting in the back of the field is the way to go. Looking at Bowman in the last 8 road course races, Chase, he's got 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and 8 top 20s. So factoring that in, starting with this place deep into the back of the field, you're looking at a very monster DFS score.
Yeah. You think like Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex, Alex Bowman, like that. It just sounds, it's like, it's what you cook. It's literally what you're cooking for Sunday. It tastes good. It looks good. It tastes good.
It does.
Yeah. So we're fans of that. So yeah, AB again, 9K on both sites, FanDuel and DraftKings. Don't forget it. Next guy we have, this is more of a mid-tier guy. Definitely will be writing up a little bit about him this week. We've been talking. I've heard his name drop in the Garage Guys Discord as well this past week. So had to come on here and say a little something about the Mighty Boosh. Okay. Shout out to the Mighty Boosh. Great show on Adult Swim. Used to watch all the time. Shout out to old Greg. I don't know if you remember old Greg. Shout out to him. But Chris Buescher. Mighty Boosh, Chris Buescher. Okay, he's going to be starting 30th, and he is 7.2K on DraftKings, 6K on FanDuel. So FanDuel definitely that's a sexy price for the dualies. Okay, so we do like that. And then 7.2K, it's a good middle tier price. And when I'm looking at Chris Buescher, the one thing that sticks out to me the most is the one race that we have seen him run here. He ended up starting 21st, finished 5th. Pretty fucking good. And that's all I really need to say about it. I mean, because he's one of those guys you don't think about all the time. You know, he was with JTG for a while. Then the whole swaparoo with Stenhouse happened. Now he's in the 17s and Roush Fenway. Those Roush cars, they got this weirdness to them when it comes to this road course. I don't know. But they will. I don't know if it's just Newman, but I know that they're testing some kind of new fuel this week. So just be on the lookout for that, because if this –
we're going to have to look into that a little bit.
What's that?
I said I'm gonna have to look into this story because I haven't read much about it.
Yeah, because if it's like Cars 2 with the all in all, bro, that could be bad because they were like blowing up cars and stuff. Like we don't need any of that. Okay, so no all in all. If you're a fan of Disney's Cars, you remember Cars 2. I have a 5-year-old. I have no choice. I have to watch these things. So what I'm saying is that you got to be careful. Okay, so we don't know. That's where I'll leave that though. Chris Buescher, hell of a play. Get him in there. He's got proof. Proof's in the pudding. Tell us about your pudding.
I feel like he's like a special value play that we use every single pudding, every single chef sampler. We use a little bit of Buescher. I don't know.
You got a lot of pudding for Chris Buescher there, chef. I'd make a special pudding for him.
Give me a little Buescher pudding.
A little Buescher pudding. little pudding in your Buescher.
It keeps getting further and further.
Oh, we gotta hold up. We gotta hold tight.
We keep moving that line. I guess we can.
It's our line now. Who cares?
Yeah, it's our line. The line belongs to us. We can do what we want with the line.
Hell yeah.
But, dude, I think, looking back at Buescher in these situations, Chase, the one difference here is he usually starts in the middle of the pack, like around that 15 to 20 range. So we're getting him way further back than that. So I know I feel like I'm saying the same thing, and I'm probably going to keep saying the same thing, but targeting these guys that are starting in the 30s is going to be your best approach in terms of like projections and optimal lineups. So it's going to be up to you to how much you pivot off of these guys. So Chase and I both endorse the Buescher play. Yeah,
there's definitely going to be some other guys in that mid-tier area that Chef and I will be looking at. So again, that's why it's so crucial for you to get over there. And look, right now, like if you don't want to commit to the 150 for the year, like you can literally pay $14.99 for one weekend. You can get all of our projections, you can get all of our rankings, our bets, and you're going to get my DFS pivots as well that I'm going to be writing up. And you can kind of see some of these other guys. So we're giving you these for free. As always, we're not going to take these away from you ever, but you can check those other plays. I mean, I think we had one guy this past week. A lot of people were heavy on Kaz Gralla. There weren't so many people as heavy on BJ McLeod. BJ McLeod was one of my pivot plays, and that was the difference between one guy winning $4,000 and $7,000. So that's the kind of things that we're talking about here, guys. And we want to make sure that you're going to be, up to date on all this stuff. So while Buescher is good, there will be some other guys in that area that I will be writing about. Chef will have ranked. So be sure to check that out over on our website. Again, GarageGuysFantasySports.com. But yeah, moving past the Mighty Bush, one more guy we got to talk about here. And this is a guy that, I've heard about him a little bit. He's kind of it's our low boy of the week. And there's not a lot of proof surrounded by like what he's able to do, but he's with a new team. He's definitely got Mr. Worldwide energy. Say that. Definitely got Mr. Worldwide. Shout out to Dolly, also spelled Dale, like Dale Earnhardt, and 20-year anniversary of Dale Earnhardt's death. We're recording this right now on Thursday, so shout out to the GOAT, Dale Earnhardt. 20 years, incredible. Yeah, 3 for Dale. But we're going to talk about Daniel Suarez. He's 4.5K on FanDuel and 5.7 on DraftKings, starting in 35th.
A rare appearance for Mr. Suarez on the show.
Yeah, we don't talk Danny S a lot here. So I will say this much though about him is you kind of just want to have hope with the whole new Trackhouse Racing team. Definitely a place differential play. And based out of a lot of these guys that are starting back there towards the back, like as far as the equipment goes, I would probably like choose Trackhouse over these other guys with these equipment. Like, and you can't always do that, but I definitely think experience wise, like he's probably going to be one of the better plays towards the back. So it's just kind of like toss it up. For me, it's more of a toss it up there unless you have something a little more concrete than I have. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you for Mr. Suarez, Mr. Worldwide on the track.
Well, the situation here, Chase, is there's so many good, expensive plays that are starting in the very back. So that kind of hurts the value play. So we don't have a ton of value options. If you look at that stretch, you have like Suarez, who else? Ty Dillon, and who was the other guy? Alfredo.
Yeah, Anthony Alfredo. And then you got a lot of the like Rick Ware racing cars. You got a couple other guys, but that's about it.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys, a lot of the guys that are usually starting like 40th and 39th and all that stuff, they're not in those positions this week. They're starting in the 20s, which really hurts your value options. And that's why we're on Suarez. I mean, essentially, we just need him to go out there and run laps, not to DNF. And if he doesn't DNF, and a few other people DNF, then he's going to move up a few spots. So I think Suarez is a great value play. There's going to be lineups, Chase, where we want to get Truex, Elliott, and a third expensive guy in there. I mean, we talk about Bowman. He's $9K. That's pretty expensive. You're going to want to go stars and scrubs on at least some lineups. So how do you do that? You're going to have to play Ty Dillon or Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, don't forget that going into this weekend, like you got to keep making multiple lineups. It's not just for Daytona. It's not just for Talladega. It's every damn week, guys. Don't forget that ever, because we have a lot of people. And now that we have a Discord where we're becoming a lot closer with the Garage fam and like understanding how they're playing on a weekly basis, we're learning a ton about how many lineups these guys are playing and what they're doing. So I love the fact that we're getting more of like intimate like conversations with these guys and these girls, and we're able to like really help them understand like, hey, for how much money you're playing, this is how many lineups you need for, you need to be in this contest or this contest. And that makes all the difference in the world, dude. It really does.
Yeah. I mean, basically the only time you should be playing one lineup or three lineups as if you're playing these high dollar entries with smaller fields of players. And I think one of our guys bagged a huge tournament by playing like a $500 lineup, and he had an incredible lineup. So, but if you're not doing that, you're playing smaller bankroll, Chase, I give the example all the time. You're better off playing that 20 entry max $3, which is $60. You get 20 lineups. You can spread your ownership out. And you not only will you have a chance to win with 20 lineups, but you'll also learn how to build lineups quicker if you're new.
Exactly.
More practice makes perfect.
Yeah. And I'm a big hand built guy. Chef Boy builds some by hand. And then of course he does a lot of the really, the really heavy tournaments, 150 maxes. And that's where you kind of get into more of, using some different type of stuff for DFS, like as far as like optimizers and things like that. So the grind don't stop. Keep doing multiple lineups. Get ready for some road course race. We're back on road. Pull out the Drake and the Gucci Mane. Back on road.
It's time.
Shout out to Charlotte. That was a great trip. Shout out to Tona. Shout out to Dega. We'll be when's the Dega road course race? When's that coming?
Dude, I can't wait to be in Dega in general with everybody hanging out.
Dega is going to be. We're working on right now getting a big area mapped out at Geico Free Camping. So
I need to be like
party.
I need to have like a trailer with a designated bed, and then I'm just not going to leave the entire like 4 days. I'm going to be in that same area just hanging out.
Mm-hmm. You just come in there. You're like, it's like a museum, but a trailer. Mm-hmm. You just come in. It's like, and here's Chef Boy working hard, and like your fingers are bleeding, and like there's shit everywhere. You're just like, we're bagging tourneys, boys. We're bagging them.
I want to be one chair playing beer pong, and one chair on the keyboard.
Okay, so we'll get you like a Hawkins rig.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Yeah, and we'll make it to where you don't have to talk either. We'll get you the robot voice. All right, we'll do it. We'll keep that voice. We got really hoarse this weekend, so that may be a good idea.
Dude, my whole body's hurting. That's all I can say. I'm too old for this.
Mm-hmm. All right, protect that ass bone. All right, we love you, man. All right, we out. All right, sports profit repeat. Let's go. Let's bag some tourneys. Let's stack cash. Visit us, GarageGuysFantasySports.com. Let's go road course racing.
It's the garage guys. 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 It's the garage guys.
Probably not sanitary, but good stuff. We're still hydrating. That's what matters here.
It's the garage guys.
Drip it, baby.